two huge names in Buy Now Pay Later are going head-to-head, Affirm versus Klarna. Which one really delivers? On the left, Affirm, flexible financing for big purchases, and on the right, Klarna, smooth shopping and stress-free payments. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Okay, quick snapshot. Here's my mind map for every category we're comparing. We've got interest rates and fees, repayment flexibility, market presence, security and compliance, customer experience, and revenue and growth. Basically, all the big stuff you care about when picking your BNPL sidekick. So first up, interest rates and fees. Let's talk Affirm. Now, Affirm's Pay in 4 option is interest-free and no late fees here. Seriously, if you always forget deadlines like me, that's a nice perk. Plus, all costs are laid out up front, so no surprise charges in the dark. But here's the catch: if you're going for a longer loan, the APR can hit up to 36%. Yeah, ouch. Also, Affirm isn't everywhere, so you might not spot it at every store. Alright, moving on to Klarna. Klarna also gives you that interest-free vibe on Pay in 4, but overall, their max APR is just 21.9%, which is definitely better. And Klarna's everywhere, honestly, like huge merchant network and a bunch of ways to pay. Downsides, they're not kidding around with late fees. It's $7 for a missed installment. And heads up, if you mess up payments, they might let the credit bureaus know. So in terms of rates and fees, Klarna edges out Affirm. Now let's jump into repayment flexibility. Affirm packs a punch with options all the way up to, get this, 36 months. That's 3 years if you're planning something huge, and the monthly payments are super predictable, which I honestly love. If you've ever tried to budget, you know how clutch that is. They do offer Pay in 4, but it's kinda the side dish, not the main course. Klarna, on the other hand, is all about Pay in 4 for those regular shopping sprees. But not just that, they also throw in up to 36-month plans for the bigger stuff. You can spread payments, but here's what's a little annoying. The longer-term plans sometimes need a hard credit check, which isn't always ideal if you care about your credit score. So if you want the most flexible plans, Affirm is the go-to here. Up next is market presence. Affirm, totally dominant in the US, especially with big names like Amazon and Walmart behind them. But you know, if you're traveling or trying to buy from another country, it gets a little limited. Klarna's like the global BNPL superstar here. Available in 20 countries, yeah, 20, and it works with tons of US retailers too. Okay, there can be some language limits for the more remote corners of the globe, but honestly, Klarna really wins this round. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Klarna actually started out way over in Sweden, while Affirm is a classic San Francisco startup. Total tech vibes from both, but kind of fun how global this BNPL thing is now. Let's talk security and compliance because, yeah, your data matters. Affirm is rock solid with PCI DSS Level 1. They've got a bug bounty, so people can report vulnerabilities for cache, and fraud detection is pretty solid. But if you're someone who loves the absolute highest international standards, they kinda lag behind a bit. Then there's Klarna, AES 256 encryption and tokenization, all the big acronyms, PCI DSS, GDPR, CCPA, the whole lot. They've even got machine learning for fraud and stronger customer authentication, but fair warning, it may feel slightly overwhelming if you just want something basic in the US. Still, for peace of mind, Klarna is ahead. Alright, now on to customer experience. Affirm scores huge here. Their app has like a 4.9 out of 5 on the App Store. Impressive, and you get the Affirm card, which works with Apple Pay and Google Pay, kinda convenient. But hiccup alert, customer service leans pretty slow if you're emailing, and chat support doesn't exist, so phone and email are your only options. Klarna's got you covered with an app in 17 languages, AI-powered 24/7 chat, phone, email, the support is everywhere. And if you're really international, there are 35+ languages for support. App loading, sometimes you get a little lag, but overall, Klarna just rolls out the red carpet in this category. Last major category, revenue and growth. Affirm seriously brings in the dough, $783 million in their recent quarterly report, and they're basically the BNPL king of the US. The downside? Most of that comes from interest, so not the most vibrant revenue mix. Klarna's sitting at about $701 million, which is strong, and their global expansion is kinda impressive. They lean more on merchant fees and services income. Winner here is Affirm, barely, but they take it. Just to visualize it, if you throw all their stats onto a radar chart, Klarna just spreads out further in most categories, except that Affirm is holding strong when it comes to those long-term plans and overall revenue. Pretty close race, but Klarna's reach really stands out. My honest take? Affirm is awesome if you're buying something big and want super predictable, longer financing, plus you stick around in the US. Klarna, though, is my pick if you're all about flexible payments, wanna shop globally, or just want the smoothest app experience, especially for those bite-sized, regular purchases. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.